Oh, so, absolutely. But the answer is yes and no, right? So, can love heal? Yes, it can if the recipient is in a state to receive. Because people don't want to receive love, right? So if I don't believe it's going to work and I'm just not open to it and I got doubt about it, I don't even got doubt about it. I don't believe it. I don't rock with you like that. I don't trust you. I don't believe in this, this therapy. No, it ain't gonna work. This is why surrender is very important. See, the power of the placebo, meaning people who believe that they got a pill that was gonna cure their cancer and cure their ailments. They believed it. They were told that, hey, this is it. Oh, we got this new surgery that we gonna do, guaranteed to get rid of this, and put them under a sham surgery or give them a water pill filled with sugar, nothing in it, and then their disease go away, their ailment go away. That shows you that's the power of belief right there, right? And so in order to believe, you have to surrender to the idea that this is healing me. This is my solution. So surrender is really major for healing to take place. So love can do it as long as you are willing to receive this love. That's it, right? And so, again, I've talked about it before, we gotta be able to, allow ourselves to practice, how to express love. You know what I mean? Work through your kinks, but most importantly, again, being able to surrender to the process of what I'm receiving is of absolute benefit in healing to me. This is my, what they call it, the antidote. I believe that's what it's called. This is my antidote, right? This is my elixir right here. This is for me, 100%. Ain't no doubt about it. I remember, shout out to my OG tarot reader, Keisha. She had underwent surgery, and she she's super sensitive Pisces, and she's like, hey nigga, I had this vision, man. You gotta come and put your hands on me and pray over me so I can be good. And she was in severe pain, and I go over there, I had my Jewish prayer shawl and whatnot in my Kabbalah bag, and do my Hebrew prayer. And as soon as I finished, she rocked and jumped up and was moving around, and I remember her son just looking at me like, nigga, who are you? What's going on? And this is what I told him. I said, it's not me. It is her belief about me that allowed that to happen. Now, it don't mean that I don't have energy, right? Because you've probably seen the video that I talked about where, we have to learn how to produce our energy, cultivate that energy, refine that energy, circulate that energy, purify that energy, right? And then learn how to really allow that to be a transforming thing for self and for others. So it's not that I don't have it, but the mere fact that she had allowed herself to tap into her real feminine, which simply means to receive, that was the major ingredient for that instantaneously healing to take place, right? And so listen, if you start studying the work of Dr. Brian Weiss, the psychiatrist who does past life regressions, he'll tell you he can't hypnotize his wife and his daughter. Why? Because they entirely too close to him. That's dad. That's my husband. That's just Brian. Right? He's just regular old Brian. That's just regular old dad. So those powers don't exist. And this is why that parable in the Bible, Jesus, like, hey man, your family, your mama and your brother over there. And he's like, what are you talking about? My family is my disciples. I don't know what you talking about. That's my family. Because a prophet is what? Not respected in his own home. And it just simply means that, you know, people who too close from you, oh, that's just little Ray Ray. You know what I'm saying? That's little boo boo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who he think he is now. He think he minister now all of a sudden. Ain't nothing but Jamil. He ain't imagination guru. There ain't nothing but Jamil. Ain't nothing Noble Wampu. There ain't nothing but Chuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they too close to you, right? They won't see it. So they see you a certain way. So since they see you a certain way, they can't even receive you because the way they perceive you, okay? And so absolutely love can heal, but the person who needs the healing has to allow themselves to be extremely, extremely receptive and vulnerable. Come. You know, I say come, I say, listen, come here. I can give you a testimonial. I'll see if she'll give it up. Come here, come to me. You ain't gotta go to urgent care because your heart is fluttering. Come to me. Come, let me put something over your heart. Come, let me touch you. Come, let me, you know, put the headphones on you and let me guide you through a meditation that will get you to relax and release all of that energy. Right? And then that morning, it's gone. You don't even feel it. You feel 100 times better. Right? But, you know, you got to start putting yourself, again, you got to be vulnerable, man. A lot of us don't want to get vulnerable enough to project love and vulnerable enough to receive love. And you got to ask yourself, you know what I mean? Like, how are we ever going to live in our ideal state of love that we say that we really desire when we're not even willing to we ain't even willing to practice it with someone who you can trust? Even if it's just over the phone, building the conversation. This is why, maybe I'll do a whole nother video on that, okay? but this is why I love long distance relationships, because long distance relationships forces you to have conversation about other things. Now it's not about physicality, because I can't physically get to you to touch you. So now what we gonna talk about? Come on. See, we've been doing it all wrong. You have to build the relationship from here. See, if spirit incarnates within the crown, and this is how it leaves, if it incarnates here on the soft spot, then you have to connect on the crown. You have to connect on spiritual ideology in which you see. You have to be able to verbally express and have conversations about heaven and about earthly matters, right? We got to get into what love is for us, what we feel, what makes us feel good, our concepts of love and everything. Then we have to start getting down into our willpower, our dreams in a sense. Then we can start going down into the sexual energies, right? But see, the first thing we seeing is, oh shit, she fine. Hey, yo, ma, what's up, baby? Right? Pull up, right? So we see that. So you want that first, and then you think you gonna figure it out as you go along, and you don't figure out jack shit. You can't even have these kind of conversations. Oh, we wasn't on the same page. You didn't figure that out? Why did you figure that out years later? You wasn't on the same page. How? Right? Like, we gotta stop this, man. It's absolute madness, right? And so you know, you got to build it from the crown down, so that long distance, that distance makes your relationship, it makes your consciousness transcend space. Meaning, can we connect over distance? Like, distance is not a barrier for our connection. That's what I mean by transcendent space. I'm there with you. Telephone, we talking, we rapping, whatever. I'm there with you. We bond. We bind it and bond it by the connection, irregardless to space. So distance makes the heart grow fonder, as they say, right? But it forces you to have to really build on what's really important, are the higher levels of what they call the chakras, okay? And so absolutely love can heal, but you must approach it from here and work it, even though it's coming from this, but you have to approach it from right here. Absolutely. See, the problem, boy, listen, we can get into this. The problem is our mind and our heart is not in alignment. This is called incoherence, okay? And it's really your mind that's sending a scattered signal to your heart. It ain't really your heart that's doing that. Really, I gotta really clear that up. But when we say heart, we're talking about the thoughts that are love expressions, right? It's not okay for you to be attracted to this person. I can't say I love you because I'm in a relationship, and you know, whatever the case may be. We just got all these freaking taboos from society that's just crazy, right? And so, but there's a truth that's there that you feel, but then you talk yourself out of it, right? And that is this back and forth that's taking place. So then we say, okay, well, this ain't aligned with this, but it's really just here. So when you go with the original thought, and you know what that is, but again, society has its frames around you. See, I'm here to really help you break out of orthodoxy, to break out of the matrix, especially when it comes to cosmic love expression. Because you got to understand the great light. I'm always point to the sun. You always got to understand the great light, your cycle within it, and then how we bind according to it, versus your mama and your daddy said this is what you're supposed to do, and society says this is what you're supposed to do. But when you look at the track record of that, it's like a big ugly grade, okay? So I'm here to challenge that particular concept in a sense, right? So anyway, we just got to be true to the game and allow yourself to go with the higher vibration. And this is what I mean by practice, and we get out of here is, hey, may I have the safe space to tell you what I am thinking, just to get it out? Yeah, you can do that. Nah, I'm not the one. Sorry. You know what I mean? It just is what it is, right? So you can't. You know what I'm saying? But I think y'all get where I'm going with this. We have to really be able to develop, here's the key, friendships. So you go back to that distance. We get in relationships without even becoming friends. It's based off the attraction. And this is why I know plenty of relationships where, you know, they don't talk until they come home. It ain't no conversation throughout the day while you at work. What's up, babe? What's popping? Whoopty whoop. Maybe a quick little check-in, but is it authentic conversation? You know what I'm saying? Can you talk on the phone for hours upon hours and really build and have just conversation? Or is it like, ugh, it's this nigga, this chick, you know what I'm saying? You know, come on, man. Keep it all the way 55th Street, right? Keep it all the way real, man. You know what's going on out here, right? You know what's going on out here. It's a disaster that we can fix. So welcome to Fixgate. Welcome to the Fixgate astrology. Welcome to the whole Fixgate system of what I'm bringing, man. Hit the Patreon, man. Join me. And seriously, it's some real Jews in there, especially if you are studious enough to you know, again, I want to be careful when I say this, and I swear I'm not saying this to be egotistical. I'm not, because I can show receipts, right? If you're studious enough to pick my brain, and most importantly, if you're studious enough to surrender to the outline in which you identify as you understand, it makes sense, and you're willing to do the work, your problem will be fixed, okay? So get with me, subscribe, see me in the Patreon. Peace.